The work environment that I have tried so hard to create and love to create is a fast, fun, silly, playful, but collaborative and imaginative environment. And think about it, when you are creating fragrances, like the creativity and the debates and the passion that kind of goes into that design and that ideation is so important for a candle company. My name's Brittany Whitenack, and I graduated from Purdue University in 2012 with a bachelor's in management, and I am the founder of Antique Candle Co. When I was learning how to make candles in my home, it was so fun mixing the wax and the oil together. And then I had this idea, what if we take an old blue ball mason jar? Or what if we take a old vintage coffee tin, like Folgers, or even a vintage teacup? What about an old crock? And we turn these into candles. I would go to antique malls and flea markets and turn them into candles. And I remember talking to my husband, I'm like, what do we call these? And what should I name this business? What do you think? You know, you think about it, you talk about it. And he came up with the idea, maybe antique candles. I don't know about that, you know? Like, so there's this discussion, but eventually settled on Antique Candle Co. One of the largest challenges we have faced was, I think, year 5 or year 6 of a company. And I started making candles in my kitchen, but then when we started to have growth and people were coming out, it was about how do we not just make 200 or 300 candles a day? How do we make 2,000 or 3,000 candles in a day? It was like the biggest operations management puzzle I had ever done. That was such a unique challenge, and it was very turbulent, and it was like a multi-year challenge. I was thinking back to the operations management classes I would take at Purdue, and I remember they had us do these puzzles, like these actual games, where we would try to work on capacity and bottleneck and throughput. And I remember all these buzzwords, so it gave me a framework to work off of. But I knew I wasn't the expert, so we brought on some consultants. I hired some experts in the field that came and joined Antique Candle Co. So through like 1 or 2 years, we basically went from how we made candles in my kitchen to a full-blown micro factory operation to make these thousands of candles in one shift. Antique Candle Co. today, 10 years in, is doing pretty good. You know, we have our problems like every other business that we're trying to solve, but we are continuing to grow and evolve. We're on our way to $10 million in revenue. Last year, 2023, was a record year for us. We're serving more customers than ever before. We get to make more candles. We get to make like more fragrances. And so that's just really, really fun. When I dream about a future for Antique Candle Co., I wonder, what will we build next? And what I mean by that is, what candle will we create next? But also I'm really excited, like behind the scenes from a business perspective, what we as a team can create. We have a pretty scrappy operation. We've made it this far, being bootstrapped. But I really think we can continue to create an amazing work environment that becomes more efficient, more profitable, and just a great place to work that prioritizes the well-being of the candle makers and the shippers and the creative marketing team. I just am excited to see what's next.